the spring hair. Throw its ends in the stick. Once they've secured it, the survival for desert people has always been we all share a voracious appetite for water.
Watch this closely. Crazy maneuver by TJ. Yeah, TJ Perkins fell on the back of his neck. Well, Kendrick's in action tonight with a new debuting superstar next.
Parts of Africa turned virtually unsustainable for human life.
So in times of great aridity, human populations with their need for water would have just disappeared from the solar system, even for robots.
You hit the top of the Martian atmosphere, you go on Mach 27. 27 times the speed of sound. And for our vehicles, between when we hit the top of the Martian atmosphere and when we were bouncing on the surface with the airbags was 6 minutes. It's a hell of a ride. You use a heat shield to slow you down to a leisurely Mach 2.
Right now it's tornado in Roblox. Wait, what?
The worst part is when you come into contact with the Martian surface. There's no runway, okay? There's no nice place to land. And you can't control very well where you're going to come down. So you're going to come down in a field of rocks like this. How do you guarantee that your $1 billion spacecraft is actually going to survive that? The approach that worked for us with our rovers was great big airbags. Bounce, 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 bounce. Finally, the vehicle comes to rest. Vikings used rocket motors, and they just touched down gently on the surface, and they were fortunate. It was just good luck. They landed in a field of boulders like this, but they didn't land with one that was poking through the belly, and it all worked. Poop. You have to be good, and you have to be lucky.
Oh yeah, poop.
Want to step outside to take in the scenery, or pick up some rocks? As familiar as it might look beyond the porthole, Mars is dangerously alien. The upside is that the low gravity will give you super jumping abilities.
Just
The down,
wait.
the very edge of
Falls
space.
on ground.
Planetary scientist Bob Brown shows why you should keep your helmet on when visiting Mars.
We have this, just a beaker full of water. We're going to put it in this little chamber. And attach a vacuum hose to the chamber and pull the air out of the chamber.
As the pressure drops to Martian levels, the water boils at room temperature.
So if you were to take your helmet off on Mars, the liquid in your face especially would start to boil, and much the same as this liquid water started to boil, and I guess I don't have to describe what that might feel like or what it might look like.
A medical travel advisory might say to keep your suit tightly fitted, but so far, no one's built a suit that'll work on Mars. Existing spacesuits are simply too bulky, too heavy, and too complicated to wear for the sort of regular